you, Stephanie. You're probably wondering, if you looked at my speech title, why I wrote, what did I write? Something about dynamite in your shorts. How many of you heard we got to light a fire under their butt? You've heard that term, right? Well, I thought, well, fire, you know, it seems today that a lot of people are getting numb to that fire. Because if that fire doesn't come within, it's not going to come to reality. You can only help someone want to achieve their goals so much. They really have to want to achieve them themselves. And so they may have the fuel, the fire inside them, and you can be the spark, but that's about it. Other than that, it has to come from within. So I'm going to share a couple things tonight on goal setting. I try to do it quite often. Sometimes I achieve them, sometimes I don't, but it does help me to kind of stay on track. See, they tell us in life, or you hear it in life, that in order to succeed in this life, you have to be born into a wealthy family, right? Or maybe you need to go to that prestigious university, or get a college degree. Well, and they tell me someone that, like me, that's considered average and ordinary, should go to work in a factory or drive a truck. And I say, bull. I've never rejected. I never went and did that. Actually, I should say I never went and did that. It just never worked out. The worst compliment you can ever give me, Cheryl, is tell me I'm average and ordinary. Okay? That is not a compliment. I don't want to be average and ordinary. I don't want to be like everybody else. I want to be who I am supposed to be. In order to succeed in life, it has to come within. And there's never been a test devised that can tell the heart and soul of a person and whether or not they can succeed or not. And all these other things like college, board scores, and diplomas, degrees, different things like that, does not guarantee success. I know far too many people that don't have those things and are successful. That key on that inside is what you possess: integrity, character, and maybe your people ability, how you can relate with people. So a couple of things when you're deciding, this is before, I'm going to hit goal setting at the end here, but what do you need before you're going to go set the goal? You have to know who you are. And one of the things to get goal setting going is you need to be excited. 90% of accomplishing or succeeding is your ability to be excited and committed to getting that goal set and achieving it. Another one is you need to become a dreamer again. Right now, a lot of people are hurting from the economy. They're hurting from the economy. And some have lost their jobs. Some of their dreams have been dashed. They've seen some failures. And as we get older, sometimes you stop dreaming. But don't do that. Dreaming is very important. You should always be dreaming 3 or 4 more things, even if you're never going to accomplish them. They should be in your head. That helps your creativity. In order to succeed, you need to feel good about yourself. If you're always down and out, you're going to have some challenges even accomplishing simple goals. One person I was talking to was very depressed and wanted to get out of her depression. I said, you need to set, and she wanted a lofty goal. I said, you got to start with a small goal. I said, you're not working out now. You can't just go run a marathon. Why don't you set a goal for the next month of just walking to the end of the block and back? That's achievable. Don't set up a marathon. You got to stand for something. I think I talked about this once before. But you got to stand for something. If you're always going to change your opinion and you're going to change your method of operation, it's not going to work. You have to stand for something. Dig in a little bit. And you're probably going to have to be a little bit controversial. Listen to speeches over this last year. Some of you people have given some pretty fantastic speeches on the edge of controversial. And I love that. And why? Because it challenges the status quo. and I go back and I meditate on these things. You have to make a commitment to what you are about. Also, here's a small one, treat people good. Why is it small? It's 3 words, but it actually makes a big difference. It goes back to the people ability. Establish the right priorities, be tough and don't quit. And these are just some of the things that I feel I have to find out in myself before I set the goal. Okay, so these are some of the things that I need to find in my personality. But the great thing about setting goals down, once you understand at least a little bit about how you are and how you're going to react when things go on, is to come up with a goal and write it down. Everybody's heard write it down, but there's a very powerful thing about writing it down. When you write it down, you start to visualize it. You read it every day, and you commit it to memory. Put a date down that you plan on accomplishing that goal. Very, very important. Put that date down. Whether it's a long-term goal, short-term goal, or just a goal, a progressive goal. I'm going to be a better person, more honest. Identify the obstacles that will get in your way. Because by identifying the obstacles, at least when they come up, it won't be something brand new to you. Identify who you need to work with in order to accomplish these goals. You can't do it yourself. Whatever you're trying to do is going to take other people's help, whatever it's for. Identify who those people are and use them accordingly. Figure out what you don't know and what you need to know. Get the information to help you make these goals. Internet, library, somebody that's well versed in that subject. Design a plan of action. In business, we do a business plan. You can also do a life plan. It works the same way. And one of the things that will help you keep committed to this is try to think in your mind what benefits you're going to achieve by accomplishing these goals. So write down what's beneficial to you. One final thought. You don't have to be a millionaire. You don't have to be a famous actor. You don't have to be any of those. But just be comfortable with yourself. You hear this all the time. Because at the end of the game, the pawn and the king go back in the same box. Thank you.